Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to In the Back Disc Golf. Today, you may think it's dynamic discs that we're doing, but it's not. We're doing mint discs. But this is a minty shirt, so kind of makes sense. But what we're going to be doing, as usual, is taking one brand of discs, hitting the 9-hole course, seeing if we can come up under par. Hopefully, but we'll only be using that one brand of discs out there, so it kind of creates a challenge. Because if you're like me, you throw a mixed bag. One good thing that we have today is the newly released Freetail, and I really like it because it's got a bat on it, and it's got this like pearlescent like thing going on. I don't know if you can see it. It kind of turns purple. It's like blue purple in the sun. It just shines. But I'm pretty pumped to see what's going on with this disc. Never thrown it. We got it in the mail a little while back. I've been meaning to hit the course and try it out, but we're gonna do it today. So that'll be our distance driver. Our overstable driver, which is it's more of a fairway than a distance driver, but we have I think it's a fourth run alpha, and I have thrown this thing just messing around, and it's pretty stable. It's not crazy stable, but it's kind of similar to an Explorer maybe. Our mid-range we'll be using first run Bobcat. And it kind of matches me a little bit almost. It's a little greener, but first run Bobcat. And this is the mid-range that's kind of sweeping the nation right now. It's a very good mid-range. Hasn't yet met my bag yet, but because I have a couple of discs in my bag that do what that one does, but it's a good backup if those kind of get messed up. And we'll be putting with the Profit. Look at that little Piggly Wiggly. So I have messed around and putted with this a little bit. The Rico and the Marshall are pretty similar to the Profit here. So those are the only discs, just these four. That's the only four that they have in their lineup currently, and these are the only four that we're going to use. So let's go out there, hit the course, see if we can't come up under par. Wish me luck. Alright, today we'll be putting with the Profit. I like that. That's a pretty straight putter. Right under the basket, let's go tap out and take our three. Then we'll move on to hole 2. Alright, let's go Freetail again here. That was an absolute smash. One of the longest drives I've ever had on this hole, actually, with all these guardian trees that you got to snake through. T-pad's way back there. That gas sign is usually where I make it to when I hit 300 through these trees, which is pretty good when you're keeping it low to get 300. But we're all the way here, almost next to this tree. So we got a decent putt at it. So let's knock this putt out, get a bird. It's very rare that I get a bird on this hole. Very rare. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, boy. Oh man, as soon as I said it and I let it go, I knew that was going in. Oh man, that was easy, like a 40-foot putt at least. So I'm loving that Freetail, but let's throw the alpha here. Kept it nice and safe. It went out to the right. I might have been standing in the way. Alright, so we landed in our typical safe place. I guess we'll just approach with the Prophet. Get in. Ooh. Oh, we just caged it. Oh man, that was on line. Smacked dead into the cage. Oh man, that would have been a good bird. Oh man, that was so close. Alright, so I think we'll throw the bobcat here. We got a first run bobcat. I really love the color of this one also. So let's see if we can't get this either right next to the basket or maybe even get an ace. Let's hope. Let's get it. So it was too low to get an ace, but that thing was on a perfect line and we're at an easy tap in distance. So let's go tap it out. Alright, so we landed right here, but we actually hit this dead branch right here on the ground. That one right there. You may not be able to see it so well there, but it's got all of this stuff, and I just clipped that and it killed my disc, so now I'm right here. But we're still at easy tap in, so let's tap it out. Alright, 2 down. I'm usually not 2 down right here this close in the beginning of the round. We almost were 3 down because I caged hole 3. So we birdied hole 2, I caged hole 3. That should have been a birdie. Birdied here, we're 2 down through 4. Let's see what we got on hole 5. I'll try to power down the Freetail a little bit, or maybe I'll throw the alpha. I don't know, let's find out. So we got a left to right headwind. We need a straight shot. So let's take the overstable alpha. Try to throw it flat, hopefully it gets up there. I should have thrown it harder. We don't have very far. Let's try to bang out a nice, looks to be about 35 foot putt. I think it's just a little too far wide. I wanted to make sure I didn't hit this tree. Tap out. Moving on. Alright, so we got a little right to left. I want to keep it straight, so let's go Freetail. Alright, so we got a long putt and a tailwind. So that means we need to get it up high. And it's going to want to hyzer out. So we'll put it out a little bit to the right, a little high, let it dive into the chains. Oof. We gave it a good bid. That's all we can hope for. Looks like we're taking 3 again. Alright, so we've seen what the bobcat can do on a 200-foot hole. Let's see how the Prophet throws. It was going good till I clipped that tree. If you can even call that a tree. Alright, we started out really strong. We've been parring ever since. We need a birdie. Let's get it right here. Not get it. Alright, let's just beam this Freetail real low. Hope for a good skip. Well, we didn't get a skip, but we did slide down that grade over there, so we should have a decent putt. Alright, I was just inches away from stepping in some dog dicky. Alright, so there's our birdie. So now we are 3 down and we're getting a little bit more respectable. Now I can get some good distance with this Freetail, so I'm trying to hyzer flip it on the next hole. Alright, so like we said, we're gonna hyzer flip this and hopefully get the distance and punch through those trees. We got lucky through the guardian tree and clipped a couple of twigs through it, knocked us down. We're on top of the hill. We got a long putt. All right, let's make a long putt and get 4 down. Oh man, we dropped right in front of the chains. Yep, that was on a very good line, and we almost made it, but we didn't. So that's 3 down. And that's 3 down for our mint disc round. Overall, not too bad of a round. We had some good shots and some bad shots. I do like that Freetail. I think that'll make the bag out of anything I threw. Bobcat's pretty good too, but I have discs that fly like that already, so that'll be a good backup disc. But I think the Freetail is an immediate add to the bed. I gotta figure out what's coming out now. Disc off problems. Alright guys, we're back. We just got back from the course. I'll tell you one thing. I am super pumped about this new Freetail. This disc here, like I told you on the course, this thing is instantly going in the bag. I was throwing this thing just beautifully, and I don't know, it's a max weight too. It's 175. I bet you if I had it in like a 172, something like that, I may be able to really get out there. But as this one was going, I was getting this thing up to 320, 325, somewhere around there, and I wasn't really having to put a lot into it. So I'm really pumped about this disc. I don't know what's going to come out of the bag. Something's got to come out for that to go in, because I got too many discs in the bag already. The Alpha, it's a very good disc. It's just not making my bag. I mean, if it was in my bag, I would find use for it. It would be my headwind driver maybe. I already have a couple of discs that do this, so I don't really need this one in the bag, and it doesn't fly any better than those do. So, but other than that, it's a good disc, and it flies well. It's comfortable in the hand. I like the feel of their plastic. It's a good disc. The Bobcat. If I already didn't have a disc that flew like this one does, it would make the bag. But I bagged the Verdict, and it's basically the same thing for me. It's basically the same thing for me. So there's no point in me bagging this disc. Like if all 8 or 9 of my Verdicts get messed up, and stop flying like they should, that one would come in. The Profit. I like this disc. I don't know if it'll make the bag, but it putted very well for me. And there was several times where, like, if I wasn't making it, I was right there and I was about to make it. My putter that I use already flies like this does, the Marshall. So I'm pretty much going to keep that in the bag. But this could easily interchange with it. I do like the way it feels. This thing flew very well, and it's making my bag. So I gotta go figure out what's coming out so this can go in. We ended up 3 down for the mint round, and that's not bad. 4 discs, -3, 9 holes, not bad. So, and I found a new distance driver, so that doesn't happen often. A lot of times I'll do these 1 brand 1 rounds, and a lot of them are already in my bag, but this is one of those times where none of them were in my bag, and one of them is making the bag. So that's pretty cool. It just goes to show you, you don't know what you're missing until you try it out. So on that note, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications. Make it easy on yourself, just click this guy right here. Right here, click that button, subscribe. Check out some of these videos, and you might see something that you've been looking at that you weren't sure if you wanted to try, or you've been wanting to see how it flies, but you haven't seen it, and you may end up getting a new disc for your bag. So, we'll see you next time on In the Bag Disc Golf.